I want to shift on and get Puneet into this conversation as well. And while rice, of course, is a big thing here, Puneet, I want to take the discussion to the rice bran oil as well. And that really has been a bit of a conversation in the last 1 year. As we've seen all edible oil prices jump in, rice bran oil actually started catching on in Indian customers' fancy. One, because of the health issues, health benefits rather. And the other clearly has been about the availability of it. How do you see, first of all, the rice price impact on rice bran oil prices?
Thank you, Manisha. Manisha, rice, I would say that rice has no impact at all on rice bran oil prices.
Okay.
The edible oil prices and especially rice bran oil prices depend a lot on demand and supply as well as on the other substitute oil prices. As you had seen that recently when other prices globally had gone up, so did rice bran oil. But one thing is very interesting here, which I would like to point about in the correlation of rice and rice bran oil. See, a few years back, rice bran oil or rice bran, I would say, was a byproduct or a waste product from the rice milling industry, especially from the government rice mills. So, but in the past few years, this has turned out to be a game changer for the rice milling industry, wherein now people, especially the government contracted mills, they have started seeing rice bran as a major product. In the last year, if we see, the prices of rice bran they fetched was much higher than the local or the government milled rice prices they had. So it has turned out to be a game changer. While rice, on the other hand, has no impact on the prices of this oil.
Point taken. As you said, yes, I was checking prices and last year was a 25% premium on prices, which seems to be on a level playing field right now. But Puneet, how has the demand been for rice bran oil and how do you see the pricing now? Because there has been a lot of movement in prices. How do you see the prices now versus other edible oils?
See, firstly, on the demand front, if I was to talk about around 10 to 15 years back, rice bran oil was very little known in the Indian market. But in the past few years, due to collective efforts of the whole industry, including companies like ours, that is Raisela, then Marico's, Adani, a lot of people in the Indian market have come to know about the benefits of rice bran oil. Especially if I was to talk about the COVID era and the post-COVID era, as we had seen people shifting towards a healthier lifestyle. And rice bran oil is the best alternative available due to its well-known benefits of cholesterol lowering and other benefits. So people have now started shifting to this oil. In India, if I was to talk about in value terms, the rice bran oil industry is pegged at around 12,000 crores currently. And it is expected to reach 20,000 crores in next 6 to 7 years. But yes, there is a long way to go in creating awareness among the masses about this oil. As you were talking about the imports as well, previously we had seen a supply chain disruption. So at that point of time, it was the domestic oils led by rice bran oil which came to the rescue of India, where we did not face a shortage or a security crunch with respect to
So Puneet, I also want to know on what is the total market share within the edible oil for rice bran oil right now?
See, currently India consumes around 23 million tons of oil, out of which around 13 to 14 million tons is imported. Out of this, 1 million ton or a bit more than that is given by rice bran oil. So on an average, 5% of that whole share of the Indian market is taken by rice bran oil. Okay. And there is still a lot of potential.
Absolutely.
Around, you can say 6 lakh tons more rice bran oil can be produced from India. Okay. So the 5% which we are currently talking about, so rice bran oil can reach a pie of 7 to 8% in the total chunk in coming years.
We will keep an eye on those numbers. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us and sharing with us that whole host of numbers on what the sowing, cropping, Indian demand patterns are changing and what we should be looking forward in sense of this year now for the rest of the commodity prices. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Commodity Champions. Thank you so much for watching.